these last several weeks, we have been exploring Winnie the Pooh and friends through the lens of the Eastern religion of Taoism. And as we get started this morning, and our youth are going to lead us in some different expanded awarenesses of how this shows up in our life, did everyone in here get a little index card with a sticky note and something to write on? If not, would you raise your hand just so that someone, we got a couple up here in the front and one in the back. Just keep your hands raised for a minute and she'll come by and make sure you have one of those as we get started. So I'm wondering this morning, oh, and I forgot to get my comments there. What are your favorite qualities of Pooh after we've been listening? And you can just shout it out. You're allowed to speak. Anybody? Calm. Happy. Simplicity. Trusting. Endurance. True to himself. I like that. Playful. I liked curiosity. That was one of the things Pooh was always curious to see what was going to be around the corner next, not with dread, but with anticipation. What else? Anything? Well, there's a lot of love that I think Pooh demonstrated, and especially, as we're often reminded, his love of honey. So this morning, we are blessed to have some of our younger folk to share how Pooh deals with fear and forgetting everything's all right. And I'll give you a hint. Might have something to do with love. And Debbie Franz is going to kick us off, our youth ed director, and I get to just sit and enjoy. I'm excited.
There you go. All right, good morning. All right, and about the Post-it notes and the index card. So the Post-it note's the last thing you're going to use. So use the index card will be part of your meditation, just so you know. So don't write your meditation notes on the Post-it note. All right, so we're going to do a short centering. So just take a deep breath in. And remember, we have the light of God inside of us. Just like Winnie the Pooh has his honey jar. It's always right there when we need it.
I'm Cash, and one sunny afternoon, Pooh and Piglet were walking along a quiet path. Piglet tugged at Winnie the Pooh's arm and whispered, "Pooh, sometimes I get afraid." Winnie the Pooh nodded thoughtfully. "Oh yes, fear is rather like an umbrella you carry everywhere, useful in a storm, but sometimes we carry it even when the sun is shining."
I'm Sawyer. Fear has a job to do. When we're small, it tells us not to touch hot stoves or to be careful crossing the street. That's helpful. But as we grow up, fear changes its voice. It no longer warns us about bumps and scrapes. It says things like, what if they laugh at you? What if you fail? What if you're not enough? Piglet calls these shivery feelings. They don't usually come from real danger. They live in the unknown, in strange and unfamiliar places. Sometimes the unknown looks like pale green trousers wandering about with nobody in them. And yet, the thing we're scared of might be just as scared of us.
Hello, I'm Bo, and the ability to laugh at our fears can be a powerful tool. When faced with getting up and speaking to a big crowd, the experts often tell us to picture the people sitting out there in a funny way. Add polka dots. Give it a squeaky voice. Put it in a tutu. Winnie the Pooh thought this was excellent. It's hard to be afraid of trousers that hop around like a kangaroo, he said. And sometimes that's exactly what we can do. Change how we see our fear so it loses its grip.
I'm Court, but there are also bigger fears, fears that don't go away so quickly. That's when Winnie the Pooh says, it's time to call in the God Squad. Isaiah 41:10 says, do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be afraid, for I am your God. I will strengthen you, and I will help you. And John 4:18 tells us, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casts out fear. When we feel alone, the quickest way through fear is love. We can reach out to friends, to family, to our spiritual community. And even when that is not enough, there is one unfailing source of perfect love, God, where we are never rejected, never judged, never alone. In our darkest times, we can remember, God's got this. Peace, be still.
Hi, I'm Olivia, and we're going to do some meditating. When you arrived, you should have received an index card and a Post-it note and a pen. Did everybody get one? Okay. Let's take a moment together. If you don't have it, just raise your hand, and we'll make sure it finds you, like a balloon drifting to the right spot. Again, everybody has one? Okay. Take a big breath in. Now blow it out slowly, as if you're inflating a balloon for Eeyore's birthday. Close your eyes. Focus on your heart. Right now, you are completely safe. Safer than a jar of honey on your high shelf. Ask your heart, your inner wisdom, what scares me? What do I fear? It could be something small, like monsters under the bed. It could be a person or situation. It could be fear of standing out, or fear of blending in. Whatever it is, just let it come to mind, remembering that you are safe right now. Write it down on the index card. Take another deep breath. Now ask your inner wisdom for a word or phrase you can keep with you. Something to remind you that when fear visits, it's just a bit of forgetting that everything's all right. It might be, breathe. I am safe. God's got this. Peace, be still. Write that down too. Take a deep breath in. Hold it, and slowly let it out through your mouth. When you're ready, open your eyes. We'll return together, carrying those words like little notes in our pockets.
So on those Post-it notes, write down a word or a phrase or draw a way that you could live like Winnie the Pooh this week. You slow down, be kind, trust life, enjoy nature. And this week I invite you to take the Winnie the Pooh, or the Pooh Pause challenge, and take 1 or 2 minutes a day, be quiet, and notice something beautiful. Once you have written down how you can live like Winnie the Pooh this week, come up and place your note on the path on either side there, and place it there, and then take a honey stick. And you can go sort of to have something sweet to eat or add to your tea. And this will help you to remember to live like Winnie the Pooh.
Hey everybody, I'm Kenny, and I'm going to have "I Survived" put on the top of my t-shirt when we leave here. We all have tools to get through the fears that we have, and I think most of them, fears often come from just because we forget that everything is all right and God's got this. I want all the guys and girls to come up here now. Mateus, Lola, you can come up here too. This is a great group of kids. I've been here 10 years, and I've always avoided the youth ed because I said, kids, who needs them? You know, that's why they're down at the end of that hall. And then about a year ago, I got a nudge that said, get down to that end of the hall. And I did, and I said, I want the 3 and 4-year-olds. And I got the teenagers. So that's what God does when you follow your nudges. I would invite everybody, you know, my biggest, you know, piglet squiggly fears come from the future, like, what's the future hold? What's the future going to be like? And working with these kids, those fears are gone. This is our future, and they've got it. Best group of kids you can imagine. Thank you to the parents.
And just tinkle a little bit, because offering, we're going to be passing the basket, so that's a different deal. So we've got time now. If you still need a little time to figure out what your word is, but what we want to do is invite everyone to come up and put your Post-it here along the path so that we can all see. At the end of the service, we're going to move these to Fellowship Hall, and everyone can see how different people are going to use, Jessica, could you turn me down, please, a little bit? Thank you. So everyone can see how this qualities of Pooh are going to help us move through this week. So just whenever you're ready, we're going to do this random. We don't need to do it row by row. Just come on up and place your Post-it. Could you just... Thank you, Bob. I'm seeing a lot of trust up here. A lot of words that talk about trust and love and be kind and go with the flow. I love that one. Enjoy the journey. Don't rush. Don't rush through life. Listen, accept. All really wonderful things to remind us to live in that place of Pooh. So I just want to take one more moment. I know we thanked all the kids. I just want to take a moment to acknowledge Debbie and Kenny and Jessica, who's back there also filling in as our sound person today, and Eric. They came and cooked breakfast for them this morning. So thank you all. Thank you, parents, for entrusting your kids to us for a night, or doing a happy dance that we had your kids for a night, whatever, however you want to look at it. So you two, would you just come up here, and we'll also include, and let's just give them our unity blessing. Yes, and our applause. This is important work for the future of this community, for the future of this world. And so we just are very grateful for your willingness to invest so much of your time and your energy in supporting our kids, in knowing who they are, that they can walk into their future life at a place with a huge, solid foundation. That's what I'm seeing. And a lot of sweetness going on there, too, as they're all sucking on their honey sticks. So, Kenny and Debbie and all who support our youth ed family, know this, as we say, we love you, we bless you, we truly appreciate the offertory. We're grateful for this opportunity to share of our financial gifts. Let us take what we're offering today into our hands and into our hearts as we join and bless it. Together, divine love, through me, blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, Father, Mother, God.
All right, why don't we go ahead and stand up together? We're going to join hands and let's do our peace song. That was meant to be, with God as our Father, family all are we. Let me walk with my family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now.
And so as we go into this day, into this week, we take with us that remembrance that God is always in the midst of whatever we may be going through. And God's got that when we surrender to that presence of love within us. And we go knowing our prayer for protection. We'll do it as call and response. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. It's a test to see how well you remember it. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Let's do it together. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. You just go.